Should I move away from Gardenia? Oh my gosh. I guess we're gonna leave it up to the people to decide. Honestly, just very interesting timing, Shep. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasia, but you can also call me Tay, and welcome in. I'm so excited to have you here. Today we are going to be doing something pretty fun, something I haven't done before, and that is my Instagram followers control my build. I'm so excited for this, so if you are excited too, please make sure you like and subscribe. I would love to have you guys join this community that we are building here. Now let's get started. So pretty much the concept for today's build is I am going to be posting on my Instagram stories and asking my Instagram followers what kinds of builds I should do and what I should incorporate as I'm doing it for whatever build we're going to do today. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's up to my followers, so we shall see. If you aren't already following me on my Instagram, I will have the link to my Instagram down below, and also I'll just put up my handle on the screen here so you can follow along and possibly participate in future videos like this. So yeah, definitely consider following me over there if you like. So pretty much my Instagram followers are going to have complete control over what I do in today's build. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be really exciting or stressful. We shall see. It's up to them. But the first question that I ask them is, what build should I do? Either interior or exterior. I kind of just posted this, so I'm going to wait for a bit and see what they say. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to get changed into a new outfit just because I feel like it, and because this is pretty much what I wore in my last video. What says Instagram followers control my build? I'm honestly not sure what they're going to pick, so I'm gonna choose a pretty neutral outfit, I think. Yeah, here's my outfit for today's video. And yes, my house needs some fixing upping, so honestly, I haven't done any interiors yet. I am planning on doing some interiors, so I'm honestly hoping that my followers choose interior build, but we shall see what they pick. I don't really know. I'm kind of really hoping that they do pick interior because this is quite tragic. Okay, you guys, so it's been some time. I'm going to go ahead and check what my followers have chosen for me to do, whether it's interior or exterior build. So let me head over to my Instagram. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen here and show you guys what the results turned out to be. So it looks like we are for sure doing an exterior build. It won by 60%. So the people want exterior, so that's what we're gonna do, I guess. Now I need to figure out where I'm going to build this, whatever this is going to be. So yeah, let me just go ahead and head outside. Okay, so I'm outside, and I think the only location that I can really build in has to be somewhere in the secret garden. So this is kind of nerve-wracking because I haven't even done a single build yet in this section of the island. So I don't know. I think this area might be best, possibly. It's kind of just in the center of my island right now, and this is right behind my house. And I already have the bridge here that you could see from resident services, so I think this is what we're going to do and build in. So I think first and foremost, since this is an exterior build, we need to have one very important question answered, and that is, should I be allowed to terraform in this build? So I think that is going to be the next question that I'm going to ask my followers, and I think I'm going to go ahead and ask them 2 other questions. I think Sahara is very invested in what you guys are about to say, so I think I'm going to also go ahead and ask them what kinds of items should I use, as well as should I include a building in this build. So I think I'm going to ask them those 3 questions. Should I terraform? What items should I use? And should I include a building in this area? So I'm actually kind of nervous because this could possibly mess up my island flow depending on what happens here, but I don't know, we shall see. Alrighty, so it's been about 30 minutes and I think I'm gonna call it there just so I can get started on building. So let me go ahead and check what my followers have chosen. Okay, firstly we have terraforming. So 83% chose yes for terraforming, which thank goodness, because otherwise I probably would have had to taken down this incline here, and now I can actually utilize it in the build, so that's nice. The second question I asked is, what items should I use? And it looks like the first 3 items in my storage has won versus the 2 items currently in Nook's Cranny. So I feel like that's pretty good. Hopefully this will stay on theme because all the items in my storage are most likely related to this island theme, so that's nice. And lastly, should I include an in-game building? So 80% said yes. Okay, so I think we have a good thing going. I'm allowed to terraform, I have to use the first 3 items in my storage, and I need to include 1 in-game building. Before I go searching for the 3 items I must use in this build, I think I'm also going to ask them which in-game building I should place. To be honest, I don't think I want to include Nooks as one of the options because I was planning on leaving that building on the beach anyways, just because it doesn't really match my theme, especially in the secret garden section. But that also kind of goes for Abel's, especially since I'm going to be building in the center of the island. I really don't think I want to have that right there. So maybe I'll just narrow it down to the museum and a villager house, because those 2 I really think I could make work for this theme. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make the museum or a villager house the 2 options that they can choose from. Alright, now that that's posted, I think now's the time when we can check what items I'm going to have to incorporate on this build. However, my storage is currently organized based on categories, so pretty much the type of items that are there are grouped together. So I don't think this is cheating, but I think I might change the organization to alphabetical just so we're not stuck with like only chairs that I have to use. So, because I believe chairs are pretty much the first group of items that are in your storage. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and open up my storage here and see what we're gonna have to use. Alright, yes, so see, pretty much all of the chairs are up first. So I'm gonna resort my storage to be alphabetical and see what happens. Why is this so like stressful? Okay, here we go. Because I have some pretty random items in this storage too. But let's see. Sort alphabetical and head all the way to the top. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. So we have acorns, afternoon tea set, and this agrius butterfly model, or agrius, however you say that. You know what? That's actually not bad. That's on theme, I think. And this just might work out pretty good. So let me grab these acorns. Since there's 2 of them, I think I'll drop both of them. This tea set and this butterfly, and I'm going to have to include these somewhere in this build. You know, I'm not too mad about that. I promise I did not plan this. I think having it in the alphabetical order would have given us more variety. So yeah, okay, I guess we're gonna have to include these in the build. So I'm gonna have to wait on the next few set of answers for what building we're gonna place here, and then I think I'll have a pretty good idea of what I can do for this area. Okay everyone, so I'm back and it's actually the next day in real life for me, so I had to kind of pause playing because I had to go do some things in real life. So I'm back, and since then I've also continued asking my followers some questions throughout the day, and I've received some responses from them, and I also asked them some more questions this morning, so I still need to check those. But I want to kind of give you guys an update as to what they have chosen for some of the choices that I gave them the other day. So I believe we left off with having them choose whether I should put a villager house or the museum in this build, and they ended up choosing a villager house. It won with 73% people. And then I also asked them, how should I terraform? Should I have the villager house elevated or should I create a sunken villager house? And people seem to favor the sunken villager house, so we're going to be doing quite a bit of terraforming to make this house sunken. I also asked them how should I decorate the yard and surrounding the house area. So the two options were surround it with flowers or to surround it with water. And this one, everyone was pretty split because for quite a long time the choices were 50-50. This is kind of the one I've been waiting on because I feel like that's going to really determine how I end up doing this build. And I just recently checked and it looks like 51% said surround with water. So I guess that's what we're gonna do versus flowers, which was at 49%. It's still super close. I do have to do some terraforming, so we'll see. Maybe I'll check back in again by the time I actually have to start placing and decorating and terraforming everything. We shall see if it stays the same, if water wins out in the end. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping it will lean towards flowers because I feel like I have a better idea as to how I could decorate if I just surround the area with flowers. Or maybe I could incorporate both. I could add a ton of water and a ton of flowers. We'll see how it all plays out, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that choice specifically. So yeah, and then in the meantime, while I was waiting on that response, I also asked them, which item should I use? Should I place butterfly models or gnomes? This one I posted this morning. I haven't checked the answer yet. I honestly hope if I get lucky, most of them will choose the butterfly models because that will be very easy for me to incorporate the butterfly item that I'm required to use. They don't, however, know which items I pulled from my storage, so they have no idea what those are, but I'm crossing my fingers they choose butterfly models just so I can find an easier way to use the butterflies. Also, there's some butterflies just floating around in this clip right now, so maybe, fingers crossed, I'm sending all my followers butterfly vibes, so hopefully they choose that. And I also started thinking about what kinds of items I could use for height in the build. So I gave them two options between topiaries or white fences. And the last option of questions that I asked was, what kind of filler decor should I do? So depending on whether there's water or flowers, I still kind of want to create a little interactive section of this build. So the two options were a tea party or a flower crown / bouquet making stand or area. So those were the questions. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Instagram and see what they have chosen. Alright, so for the first one so far this morning, which item should I use, butterfly models or gnomes? It's looking like butterfly models has won with 82%. Thank goodness. I can easily incorporate the butterfly model, I think, because I'm required to do it anyways. So that is great. And the next one, giving the area some height between topiaries or white fences. It looks like white fences is winning with 58%, so I'm probably going to have to ask them what kind of white fence I should use. I think I'll suggest either the vertical board fencing or the simple fencing. And the last one for what filler decor should I do? It looks like tea party is winning, so I think we're gonna make a tea party. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of how this build could turn out so far. We have a ton of great options that my followers have chosen, so I'm really excited to get going on this. But firstly, we're going to have to terraform this area. Thankfully, I already have this backwards incline here. I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to keep this before I started this video, but since we're making a sunken villager house, I think it's perfect just to leave it as is. And to make it even more sunken, I think we're going to need to create another incline here on the right side, just to really give that sunken feel. And of course, make a ton of terraforming behind the house. I'm thinking I'm going to center the house here right in the middle, or put it off to the side, depending on if they say flowers or water for my option. So let's get started on that. I think this is going to be really, really fun. Alright, so what I think I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna plan out where the second incline should go. I do want it to be within this frame so we get that sunken view. So I'm thinking somewhere it would end right about here. So let's put one there. Yeah, like that, and that's pretty perfect. I feel like that lines up nicely within this area between the two inclines and the bridge. And then for the villager house, I kind of would prefer it to be centered with this incline. But I also don't want to take up too much room with the terraforming because I only have so much room until we hit the back of the island, and I do want to make some other builds back there. So I think I'm going to move this a little bit forward. If they end up saying surrounding it with water, I could still possibly do some waterscaping here. Maybe extend this river that the bridge is a part of. And even if they say flowers, that will work as well. I could still plant in quite a bit of trees. So I think this is a good layout. Now the question is, which villager house should we do? Let's go and take a look at what options we have. So this house belongs to Diana. I think her house is very, very pretty. I love the door and the colors a lot, so that's a really good option. Down here we have Shep's house. It's definitely a more rustic look, but it's also really cute. I think it could work as well. Poppy brings in a lot of red. I don't think I want any red in the build, so I am planning on customizing some of the villager houses. So whatever villager I choose, or more so whatever my followers choose, I want to stay true to that villager's original house. So I don't think I'll include Poppy. Here is Flurry's house. Flurry's house is really, really cute. I think it's probably the second best option. And down here, I think this is Dottie's house. Dottie's house is really cute, but I feel like her roof is just way too dark for the secret garden section of the island. And over here is Sherb's house. I feel like Sherb's house is just way too blue, so I don't think we'll be doing his house either. So I think what I'm gonna do is include Diana and Flurry's houses in the poll as the options because their houses are just super light and airy, and I think they will just really, really look good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna include them, and we shall see what my followers decide. Okay, change of plans everyone. So I felt like what I started terraforming didn't feel sunk in enough. So I ended up moving the cliff all the way over here, and I don't think I'll be adding another incline right in this spot. I think what I'm going to do is have this incline here, and then have a second one here that leads to this third level cliff. And this will be like a mini diagonal bridge moment, so I will somehow transition this area from whatever build I do down here, but I think this is a good transition into the sunken area, and it will make it feel more sunken in because I have this third level cliff here. And I will probably add some more terraforming back there behind the house, and all of these holes are where trees are gonna go, so I think this is good. I do need to check back in on the poll to see how it's doing, on whether I should fill this in with water or if I should fill it in with flowers. If water is still winning, then I think I might have to change up my plan just a little bit because I don't think there's that much room to do some big water moment here, especially because the house needs some space for land. I could still put in a waterfall here, connect that, and then possibly wind a little river through here, so at least it's still sort of surrounded by water. But that is kind of my idea so far. So I'm gonna check the poll, see what's winning, and then we will know how to move forward from there. Alright, so it's looking like, once again, the poll has gone to 50-50. I really don't want to wait much longer on this response, so I think what I'm gonna do is, excuse me, Sahara, my goodness, she really wants to be involved in today's video, or she just really wants me to buy her rugs, either one. Anyways, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try my best to incorporate both as much as possible. So I will do some water and I will do a ton of flowers, and I think that'll be pretty. You can't go wrong with water and flowers when terraforming, so yeah, I think that's a plan. Maybe I should start with that because it's such a big component of this build. I think it would be best to start with the water actually. So let's do some waterfalls in here. Okay everyone, so I finally put in all the trees here, and this is what the— oh, Shep. Oh no. He wants to leave. Oh my gosh. Let's see if this is what he's about to say. Should I move away from Gardenia? Oh my gosh. Okay, because this is an Instagram followers control my build, I think I'm gonna take a pause and see what they say of whether or not I should let Shep leave. Because this is honestly just very interesting timing, Shep. I guess we're gonna leave it up to the people to decide. Okay everyone, so it's been about 40 minutes, and that's honestly as long as I'm willing to wait to respond to Shep's question. So before we get into what everyone decided on whether or not I should keep Shep, I'm going to review over a couple of the other answers that I received from my other questions. Sorry Flurry, but it looks like Diana's going to be living in this space, and I'm not too mad about that. I was really hoping that it would be her house in the end. After Diana was the fences. It looks like number 1, the vertical board fence, won out. It's kind of interesting because the simple wooden fence was winning in the beginning, and then people started voting a little bit more, and it looks like the vertical board fence is winning, so we're going to be using that one in the area. And finally, is Shep going to be staying or going? It looks like he's going to be staying. It's only been about 40 minutes, and usually it takes some people time to vote on the poll, but I do want to get back into building, and it looks like a lot of people want me to keep him anyways, and I don't really think that's going to change too much, so looks like we're keeping Shep. Sorry Shep, no, you cannot leave. You are staying on Gardenia. Everyone wants you here. Alright, so getting back into the building, I really wanted to show you guys what I've done with the waterscaping. I think it's really nice. However, it does take up a lot of space. I really like the shape though, and I think it's super fun, but I don't know. And you can still hop over here to get to the villager house, but if I want to fit in the tea party, it would probably have to go up here, which was not my intention. I kind of wanted it to be front and center down here, but because I'm trying to combine the flowers and the water, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So let me go and get Diana's house and place it here, time travel, and we're gonna finally, I know I've said this quite a few times, but we're finally gonna start decorating. And I think I'll also put in the incline here so that will be filled in as well. And yeah, fill in a few more trees and we should be all set. So here is the area all filled in, and look how lush and green this turned out. Oh my gosh. I love this lookout so much. It's so pretty, and honestly, this probably would not have happened if it weren't for your guys' input and your options that you chose from my polls. So yeah, I feel like I never would have done this, so I'm just super happy with how it turned out. Here's the area. I added in some of the stone pathing right here, and you can just hop across here, and it's just really great. I'm honestly super happy with it. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Of course, there'll be more greenery and stuff back there, but I think this is a good start for now. So now we pretty much have to start filling this whole area with flowers, and I already have a color scheme picked out. I didn't include this on my polls because I knew I wanted a specific color scheme for the secret garden. I have created a mini mood board for the secret garden section, so I think I'm going to show you guys what that looks like and the whole color scheme that I went with. So here it is. Here's the color scheme that I've chosen for the secret garden section of this island, and I'm honestly so excited for this because I've never mixed these flower colors before, and I've never really used many roses on islands, but I think it's just perfect for this theme. So I'm really excited to be using these purple roses, and I've just sprinkled in some items, and these are the paths that I'll be using in the area as well. But yeah, this is kind of the overall vibe. I have some topiaries here, and I just really think the contrast between the light grass and then the dark green of all these items is going to be really nice. So it's definitely going to have some kind of elegant style to it, but of course very natural with flowers. So yeah, this is the color scheme we're going with, and I think now we're just going to fill in Diana's house with all of these beautiful flower colors. Alright everyone, so we have finished the whole build. I'm going to show you guys around the area and show you all the little things that we incorporated based on what everyone voted for on my Instagram. Heading down this incline leads to the sunken villager house, and right here in the corner is the little tea party that I incorporated. Of course I had to use the tea party set, so it's right there front and center. And I also added in a little mama bear cub plushie over there right next to it, because you can't have a tea party without a teddy bear, so I really wanted to add her. And then this is the view of Diana's house. I really love how this turned out. I think it was so great to incorporate all the waterscaping and of course the flowers. I feel like we get the best of both, so yeah, I'm just really happy with how this turned out. And as I mentioned, I feel like this probably would not have happened. I would not have thought to make this in this area, and I was kind of nervous to build in this part of the secret garden because I really wasn't sure how it was going to transition, and I think this is such a very fun and colorful spot. I also included, of course, all of the butterfly models and the Agrias butterfly, which I was required to use, and then I dropped the acorn here, and then I also have one right here on this cliff as well. I think I included everything. I used the white fences spread throughout. I did the tea party, I did flowers, waterscaping, we have Diana's house, and the 3 items I needed to use. That was today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see another one, either on this island or in a future island, or just as a fun little build idea. Yeah, definitely let me know. If you participated on my Instagram polls, thank you so much. It was because of you guys that this turned out the way it is. So as I mentioned, if you would like to be a part of these kinds of videos in the future, definitely consider following me on Instagram. I usually like to post pictures of my islands, and I'll post updates and things like that. So if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing in real time, definitely consider following me over there. But with that, you guys, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much again for watching. If you've made it to this point in the video, I truly appreciate it. Also, definitely consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. I hope you all have a lovely day or night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!